to Tub Time. I think this is number 5. And I can't see a damn thing. How y'all doing? Hi guys. Welcome. Here we go again. Hold on, I gotta change the light a little bit. There. Hopefully that helps a little bit. Oh, there's so many bubbles today. Holy crap. Ooh, Mama likes. Hi guys, welcome. Cheers everybody. Welcome back. Thought I'd change it up a little bit. Did you see up there? And there, oh my God, so cute. And my candles, right? Yes. Things are good, you guys. Things are good, great. Actually, I had a great day, very productive day. Hubby's working some overtime and I did all kinds of stuff around the house. Oh, my ass is stuck. All kinds of stuff around the house and in the house and blah, 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 and cooking and blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, anyways, let's get on with what we're here for. Okay, who's ready? Brown towel today, not purple. Here we go. Next edition of the Down Home, you guys. Yeah, awesome. Happy trails. And see this? Faces affirming. I love that. And no bake desserts right there. You guys need to be picking up this magazine, I'm telling you. It's got some great shit in here. I dog-eared a lot of stuff, you guys. Yeah, I really did. And I would like to just read you guys the entire magazine, but you know what? I wouldn't be allowed. Wait, am I allowed right now? I don't know. Okay, well anyways, listen, do you guys remember the last time I was talking about, I read a little article from the editor-in-chief? Well, guess what? We have another editor-in-chief, look. Yeah, her name is Janice Stuckless, editor-in-chief. Yeah, okay, so let's see what she has to say today. Time, see what's become of me. From the Bangles, 80 Shade of Winter. So she writes, as we go through life, oh wait, I need my glasses, guys. Well, I don't really, right? I can still read. But, oh, now it looks like I got a hat on my head. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm looking more and more like a granny every day. Every day. Holy balls. Okay, I think I need another drink. Okay. Have you guys met Lisa Lou yet? Yes. Check her out, Lisa Lou. As we go through life, many years simply sink to the bottom of our memory banks with nothing noteworthy tied to them that might bring them to the surface from time to time. Whereas certain years have such significance that our minds keep them within reach, ready to be snapped back to the present at the first note of a song or the smell of a perfume. One such year, for me, is 1989, the year I graduated high school. It just hit me the other day, again, that 1989 was 30 years ago. That year, a postage stamp cost 38 cents, NAFTA was brand new, and Newfoundland and Labrador went through 3 premieres in 1 year. What? Brian Peckford until March 22nd, Tom Rideout until May 5th, and he was replaced by Clyde Wells. What the heck? In August 1989, I was shopping for a publisher for my novel and putting off post-secondary until I knew for sure I couldn't get rich as a novelist. I got published, didn't get rich, but I do have 2 college diplomas. Good for you, girlfriend. That same month, Down Home introduced a puzzle drawn by Mel DeSouza. Different Strokes featured a fellow and his dog in a collision with a Newfoundland moose. The assistant editor, Bruce Roberts, named the guy Ern, E-R-N, after a buddy from Toolingate. Founding editor Ron Young named the, founding editor. Oh, I didn't know Ron. Okay, interesting, okay. Mel has drawn at least 360 Different Strokes puzzles featuring Ern and Cole Bin. And other Newfoundland folks met along the way, and he's published 2 books of these puzzles. Nice. For the anniversary, Mel created a special Different Strokes featuring all the recurring characters from over the years. So it says, see page 158. And happy 30th anniversary, Mel. Custom says to give pearls, but I give you this. You're a gem. Okay, so page 158. So let's congratulate Mel, shall we? 158. 158. There we go. Different Strokes. So that's it right there. So you basically have to see what the differences are. Yes! That's how that works. Guys, there are 12 pages of puzzles in this magazine. 12. Right there, that's worth picking this up. I mean, how much was this? $4.99, you guys. Loads of entertainment. Loads. I'm telling you, loads. Okay, here we go. Why is that? So this is where people are wondering, well, why does that happen? What? I don't get it. Anyway, one of the questions is, why do roosters crow at dawn? Oh, look, I have bubbles on my wine glass. You guys, I almost overflowed the tub. There's nothing quite like the ear-splitting crow of a rooster to jolt you out of dreamland, however you've arrived there, be it via the aforementioned bedtime journal or counting sheep. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Why do roosters make such a ruckus at the crack of dawn? Are they so excited at the first hint of sun that they just can't contain themselves? A research team from Japan set out to find whether the crowing is a result of an internal clock or external stimuli like the sun. They placed several groups of roosters in separate light and sound tight rooms. In one experiment, they exposed the birds to 12 hours of light followed by 12 hours of dim light for 2 weeks. They noticed that the roosters started to crow approximately 2 hours before the onset of light. Interesting. On the second experiment, the animals were exposed to 24 hours of dim light over 2 weeks and again began to crow near dawn. Our observations prove that the rooster breaks the dawn every morning as a function of his circadian clock. Circadian. Am I saying that right? You guys, the letter C is in that word twice. And it's used 2 different ways. C-I-R is sir, and C-A-D is cad. Circade, or cade, circadian. Anyway, in other words, it's not sunlight, but a rooster's circadian rhythm, which helps them determine the time of day that triggers their wake-up call. However, this behavior isn't restricted to the early morning. Crowing is a rooster's way of communicating, for example, to show their territory or warn others of potential danger. Sweet. In another study by the same researchers, published in the journal Scientific Reports, they also found that if there's more than one rooster in a group, the top-ranking rooster crows first, with the others falling in line in order of rank. If the top cock is late sounding the alarm, subordinate roosters are patient enough to wait for the top-ranking rooster's first crow every morning and thus compromise their circadian clock for social reasons. So if a rooster's incessant crowing is getting on your nerves, there's not much you can do about it besides investing in a good pair of earplugs. It's just their nature. Okay. Now, which one here did I want? Let's see. Now that's amazing. That's amazing. Wild news from around the world. Burn rubber. They may be an unwanted weed and a blemish on an otherwise perfect green lawn, but dandelions mean business to a German company that uses them to make rubber that they can turn into bicycle tires. These tires were recently debuted at the Tour de France, and dandelion is being hailed as an alternative source of rubber, you guys. That's friggin' nuts, man. Not okay in UK. For 6 days this summer, an elderly couple in Not-End-on-Sea, I guess that's a place, Not-End-on-Sea, Britain, were unable to leave their home. Every time they tried to go out the front door, a pair of angry seagulls would swoop down and attack. The birds were protecting their nest, and until the chicks hatched, the couple had to sneak out through the garage. You poor ting. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. Okay, let's see what else we got. And I want to show you guys some pictures of icebergs. Check this out. Cool or what? I know. Icebergs are beautiful, you guys, but so dangerous, hey? So dangerous. Like, what you see on the top of the water is probably like, what do they say? 1/10 or 1/20th of what's under. So never assume that it's just that small. Ever, 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 ever. Yeah. Let's see what's next. What we got? Ooh, Downhome summer reads. Here we go. So these, here it's talking about some books that you guys might be interested in. So one is called Willful Desire. Let's see. This actually looks like a real, there's two actually that I got starred here because they sound really interesting. Victoria Barber is a best-selling romance writer from Newfoundland whose lusty escapades are often loosely set in this province. In this edition, Mae Mercer is trying to resist the charms of the handsome sailor who left her high and dry the night before their wedding. Will might be a force of nature when he's hunting down pirates and drug dealers, but that's nothing compared to the way he capsizes Mae's world when he returns home to Heart's Ease. Bet you that's a sexy story. And there's another one called Mother Fumbler by Vicky Comden Murphy. I always knew I'd be the perfect mother. So far, I've perfected the fetal position. A blogger who turned her hilarious admissions into a laugh out loud book. Murphy reminds us that when it comes to parenting, we're all mother fumblers, feeling our way along in the dark, doing the best we can, hoping to come out with our minds intact and a kid we haven't screwed up too badly. Okay, I got this one here dog-eared. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, I know why I dog-eared this. We got another article by Paul Warford, you guys. Why don't they stay up? Oh, right. I have no chest. Okay, this one here, Paul Warford, he says, it's called A House, a Home. The ceiling is a little low. I mean, the kitchen seems nice enough, spacious, but the pale yellow cedar smelling slats of the second floor are a hair's breadth from my own curly locks. My wife, Andy, and I are standing shoulder to shoulder with the real estate agent we've just met. The three of us trod through the bungalow's innards, mentioning its most charming features as if we're complimenting a spinster just back from a makeover. Oh, this is cute here. I like this. That looks new. Andy has been browsing house listings for over a year. And while I've been less enthusiastic about home ownership, I make less money. It finally seems like she and I should be looking. This Pouch Cove startup is our very first address, and it's an obvious pass. The resulting realization is a tad awkward, since the agent is describing the condition of the water boiler while I'm already trying to decide on a restaurant for supper once we're out of here. The process feels a bit like a first date, and now I'm gently trying to weasel my way out of a second. Well, it's nice and you're nice, so maybe we'll call you sometime. Are we indebted to keep using this person now? Is she a real estate agent? Is that how people get them? I snap out of it when I realize the viewing is ending. The agent is handing land inspections and business cards to my wife, and Andy is assuring her we'll be in touch. Relieved, I usher us to the safe canopy of our car where we can discuss the experience without hurting anyone's feelings. We decide that this house is indeed a pass, but we buzz with a new exhilaration as our engine idles and hums a whisper of possibility. For dinner, we decide on the govna. Okay, so my wife dreams of owning a house where she can plant raspberries and let the dog run full tilt along our perimeter, huffing excited, cough-like barks as she only does at full tilt speeds, the dog, not the wife. Andy wants a home and I want one too, but my wife comes from PEI, a place where 1.5 acres of remarkably fertile land is considered a bit small, so I feel like I'm going to need to temper expectations. While I'm convincing her that what she really wants is 1/10 of an acre of fallow rubble on which to build our homestead, I'll have to figure out exactly what my own expectations are. Frankly, I have no idea. Regular down-home readers might know that I'm a tad malleable. That's like bendable, flexible. I'd even risk saying dynamic. I'm not intimidated by change, and some of you will remember that I went sailing on an oil tanker for 2 months when my previous offshore experience accounted from North Sydney ferry crossings furnished by Marine Atlantic. I went on a 7-week tour of comedy clubs in Ontario with no real plan for accommodations, yet boarded the plane in Toronto without a second thought. But this is different. This is cleaning the rain gutters on a stepladder. This is conversations with bank managers, credit checks, mortgages. This is the last of the first steps toward retirement. I operate without a plan, and owning a home requires constant planning and regular preparing for the future. Well, my future tends to stretch to the end of the week, and I never push my luck to think beyond then. I've always breathed easiest pretending I don't have a future. Oh. However, this isn't about me. Life is us now, and I wouldn't change that itinerary for anything. But I've spent my life on the run, cramming hotel shampoos and conditioners into my shave kit, only brushing with the tiny toothpaste. Perhaps I'm not ready for this. Then again, we can't own a barbecue when our yard is the block of sidewalk in front of our porch, and my wife and I have things to grill. And if the adult thing to do is stake our claim, sign the deed, and lash the barbecue to our new deck with bungee cords so the wind doesn't blow it against the neighbor's shed, does that mean the next time I read you guys one of the Downhome magazines that Paul's going to have a house? Ah. Oh. Ah. Cheers, Paul. Good luck, buddy. Oh, I got a stiffy right back here. Oh. Okay, you guys. I was kind of a little bit shocked when I turned this page. Yeah. Okay, The Slut by Art Keeble. Oh, I'm starting to sweat. Oh. Ah. How long is this one? Okay, that's good. Okay, The Slut by Art Keeble. The late 1980s found me doing some work at the Fisheries College in St. John's, Newfoundland. One day, where am I? One day, I required a cylinder of dry nitrogen for a demo, and my contact at the college offered to take me to get some over the noon hour. Excuse me. After the pickup, we shopped for lunch. It was a rainy, snowy, dreary day. Over the meal, we talked about our lives, families, normal small talk. He told me how he had recently remarried and how much he enjoyed being in the woods, hunting, etc. When we left the restaurant, it had turned into a gorgeous sunny day. Great, my friend said. If the weather holds, I'll get me slut and me dog and go into the woods. As we drove along, I asked if his wife liked the woods as much as he did. No, bye. Why do you ask? Well, I replied, you said you would get your slut and your dog and go into the woods if the weather held? He took to laughing so hard he drove the vehicle onto the shoulder of the road and back. Oh no, me slut, it's me kettle. He then went on to explain that a slut was a tin kettle with a large flat bottom so that it could be heated quickly in the woods over a birch bark fire. They were often made at school as a project in shop class. I apologized, which only made him laugh more, making me feel better, as he was a very large man, and had he taken offense, he could have broken me in two. When I left the hotel I'd been staying at, the desk clerk handed me a box. Inside was a tin kettle and a note. Art, this is a slut. Thanks for the course. Cute. Over the years, I have related this story to many people and have come to believe that the word slut, meaning kettle, is a localized term because a lot of Newfoundlanders I have met are unfamiliar with it. I still have the kettle and note, and whenever I look at it, I can't help but smile. Ah, there's the kettle. Where is it? Right there. That was me squeaking, not farts. Okay. Where are we? Come on. Newfoundlandia, the last North American prison ship. Look at that. Newfoundlandia. Okay. Long before Gulag Australia, the United Kingdom sent its prisoners to North America. As a result, more than 52,000 convicts became newly minted Americans. These prison ships on record made Newfoundland and Labrador history, including the last official prison ship in North America. A muggy June 14th, 1789 saw an aging brigantine, the Duke of Leinster, ready to sail from Dublin, Ireland. It was carrying 102 men and 12 women aged 13 to 55, most of them under 30. Brought to the Dublin docks in carts, the jarring rhythm of rough cobbles in their ears and taunting rumors of Botany Bay, Australia. Drowning behind their eyes, wild attempts to escape were made. All were forced onto the ship, clamped in irons back to back in pairs. Holy crap. The brig knocked its way into the Irish Sea under a cloud of secrecy. It was ordered by the Lord Mayor of Dublin at the reported cost of £100 per head to voyage to Australia, though no destination was officially registered and not even the crew knew where they were headed. Leaving the Irish Sea, Captain Richard Harrison ordered his crew to maintain their westerly course rather than head for Australia. Wow, 30 days at sea brought sickness, urgency, and finally the sight of land. Dump them, the captain barked at the crew, who shuffled in a meeting of uncertain eyes. Captain, some are seriously feverish, said a concerned sailor. They can die in irons or take their chances ashore. Wow, he was miserable. How many do you think will choose to stay? We dump them tonight. In the liquid black of night, on July 15th, 97 convicts put ashore at Bay Bulls, Newfoundland, and another 17 nearby in Petty Harbor. A surviving report published in Halifax described the scene. The hungry victims lived for 3 days in a state of warfare. The strongest beat the weak, and over a cask of rank butter or beef, there was for a time as severe fighting as if a kingdom has been at stake. Terror found thirsty ears with reports of a house being torched in Bay Bulls. Within days, they hit the streets of St. John's. Thefts were reported, and a sickness they carried appeared to be typhus, sending the town into crisis. Local merchants convened an emergency meeting, and a petition was delivered to the magistrates imploring that the convicts be rounded up and placed under guard. The merchants would pay for the maintenance and support. This placed the magistrates in an uncomfortable position, knowing full well that they didn't have legal authority to arrest individuals who had not committed a crime in their jurisdiction. But recognizing the public fear, they agreed to comply with the petition. An affidavit was secured from Richard Robson, who was so disgusted with the whole affair that he had left the ship with the prisoners. The magistrates also interrogated 2 of the convicts, James Maguire and Matthew Dempsey. In all, the magistrates amassed a detailed account of what had transpired and the identities of the convicts, including their ages, places of birth, crimes, and sentences. 2 appear to have been professional thieves. John O'Neill was described as the best shoplifter in Ireland, and John Keogh, Keogh, a famous porter stealer. A famous porter stealer. 5 had been convicted for robbery, 7 had received death sentences for various offenses, and 1, Cornelius Brosnahan, had been condemned for murder. The remaining 99 had been sentenced because they possessed a powerful need to eat. A woman could be sentenced in those days for being out of doors after 10 p.m. A property north of town owned by James Winter was rented to house the convicts. The 12 women were not incarcerated, but left to their own devices. The men were hunted down and placed under guard until a ship could be arranged to send them back to the UK. In all, 80 men were captured, while 22 successfully evaded the authorities. Weeks before sailing, 6 more men escaped and disappeared into society. On October 24th, the ship left St. John's for England with 74 men and 6 women on board. They were eventually sent to Botany Bay, Australia. Remaining in Newfoundland was 1 man who had died in August of illness and 33 others who were protected and taken in by the Newfoundland community. It is extremely telling that the convicts who were rounded up and documented were from almost every county in Ireland, with the glaring exception of Waterford and environs. The vast majority of the St. John's Irish population originated from the Waterford area. It is reasonable to speculate that the 33 escapees were from the south of Ireland and were protected by their own. Community runs deep and beats in the heart of the Newfoundland story. Wow, holy smokes. That's crazy, you guys. That's crazy. Crazy. Oh, am I done already? Holy balls. Oh, look at that. I'm at 30 minutes. Holy crap, you guys. time reading that magazine. So, seriously, I didn't read a whole lot in that magazine, right? Hi! I didn't read a whole lot in that magazine, and that was like half an hour. Guys, get the magazine. It's like a good 2 hours of entertainment. Yeah. This water's nice. I'll wash my pits. Wash my pits and my... Okay, guys. Anyways, I gotta go. Oh, I'm stuck again. Jesus. Okay, I gotta go. Take care, you guys. Bye. Ooh.